Alright guys, welcome to my channel guys. So the fear of Peter Obi is the beginning of wisdom for the APC party. Alright, so we have some update that has to do with what and how the youths are prepared to make sure that this time there is not going to be any form of rig within the government or within any party in Nigeria. That even though anyhow the current leadership party or be the very leading party likes, they should go, that the youth of Nigeria is ready to go to any extent to make sure that they install whoever they've chosen for themselves as the president of Nigeria. So let's take a look on the updates. And just in case it's the first time you're also meeting me, please do as well to subscribe and then turn on the post notification bell for more updates on what's currently going on within the Niger and the Nigerian territory and more.
When we go to Peter Obi, we know the year. He do not be governor. He do not be president. We come to work for you. Now we be the people. Now we go to government. The power is not for us. We know this. Anybody. Just a moment. We know they segregate. We are not political party. We are PDP, Obidient movement. We are the APC. We are Labour Party, and we are the APC. Today, we are calling on you. Join this movement. For the price of us, to make sure say people may not die, but we don't go free. We do stop. We be coconut generation. We know the yeah. And we know the tire. And we know the free.
Alright guys, so we understood that even though everyone is doing what they can to make sure that in 2027 there is going to be a free and fair election. Alright, and that's how some other also are preparing to make sure that in 2027 the election is going to be rigged for the second time to make sure that the power falls back to the very current president. But it's not going to be like that, as the Nigerian youth has already promised that this time it's not going to be by money, it's not going to be by conviction, it is going to be by acceptance. Alright, so let's see what Peter Obi said in this particular video update, and we'll be right back.
We have always insist we should stop talking about politics and talking about death and waste of time. What I want us to always be talking about, how do we build a better future for our society? Our society is not going to work by threatening people. Our society is going to work by investing in people. I want to begin to invest in a better life of the people of this state. Because if they have good nurses, good doctors, they live a better life. It's a measurable distance. What the governors are doing to complement what I'm doing in the state, it should actually be sincerely grateful that I'm working with you.
We are still on the issue of this coalition that is currently rocking Nigeria at the moment, Nigeria political scene. You see, in my last video, I made you to understand why Peter Obi should not go along with this coalition. That this coalition is a strategy by Atiku and the likes to put Obi on the lockdown, so that Obi at the end of the day will not be able to get the presidential ticket for any party, political party. You see, whether you believe it or not, Obi, these people, to talk of Atiku and Tinubu, they see Obi as their threat. Obi is their threat. That is a fact. Whether they see it or not, Obi is their threat. So they are looking for a strategy to scheme, Obi out, so that Obi will be out of the game completely, because he's their threat. Because if a free and fair election is conducted today, Obi will take the day. So these two men, Atiku and Tinubu, knows that Obi is their greatest threat. So this is why they are playing every game to keep him out. While, like I said, Tinubu is using Labour Party, using Abure in Labour Party to disorganize Obi. Now they want to use ADC to make sure Obi did not get the ticket at all, which I explained in my last video. And I saw in the comment section that most people there agree with my take on that. It's just that some few people who are still, kind of carried away, being deceived by these lies by the lies and gimmicks of these politicians who have been consistently destroying Nigeria for years. But I believe as time goes on, their eye will open to understand what we are saying. Now, like I said, I want to tell you why it is dangerous and not important for Obi to be even considering this coalition of a thing. Now, most of you here will agree with me, or not even agree with me. It's a fact that the 2023 general election was won by Obi. And that brings me to ask you the question: did Obi win the 2023 general election or not? Realistically, did Obi win 2023 general election or not? Presidential election or not? The answer is, of course, yes. Obi won the 2023 general election, even with a landslide. But his mandate was stolen by INEC and the judiciary. So I don't want to go into that. All of us, we know what transpired. So if Obi won the last election, so why the coalition? Because forming a coalition is to rescue power, is to win election. And I know most of you will say that the reason for the coalition is to defend the vote. Is to defend the vote. Now, the question to ask yourself, why did this Atiku defend his vote in 2023? Atiku knew that he was rigged out in 2039. He couldn't defend his vote in 2019. He could not defend his vote in 2023. And why do you think now he can defend his vote in 2027? So, I am still letting you guys know that the main reason for that coalition is to put Obi on a lockdown. To delay Obi to the extent that to the dying minute, so that Obi will not be able to go to any political party, and at the end of the day, he will not get a party, he will not get a ticket. He will be, scheme out of the game. So it will not be between Atiku and Tinubu. This is a game plan, whether you believe it or not, that is the fact. Now, I am trying to let you know that since Obi won the last election, now the case is not whether we win the election. Definitely it's going to win. If a free and fair election is conducted today, conduct election 10 times today with Obi on the ballot, Obi will take the day. That is sure. We know of that. So why forming a coalition with those guys? So what we should be doing now, thinking of how to do, is how to defend our vote. Which is why I said, which is what this channel is meant for. To educate you, to let you know how we are going to work towards defending our vote in 2027. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, if you have not liked this our video, subscribe to this channel, share our videos, share every information you have there so that we can begin to discuss. It's like a discussion forum right now. Begin to share ideas, discuss on how we can work towards 2027. Like my last video, I recommend people that I came there to share their view. If I drop any video like this, share your thoughts. What your thought is, so that we begin to think of how we bring our strategy. Like I said, as we run that to 2027 general election, we begin to bring here and the ways what we are going to do, our strategies, how we are going to defend our vote. Having said that, I said this coalition of a thing is a distraction to not only to distract Obi, but to distract Obidient. Because I have seen too many people, some other Obedients are supporting this coalition. You are not seeing this, this is the bigger picture in this coalition. You are just seeing the excitement, which is not real. It's a mirage. So don't be carried away by these guys. I believe by now most of you should understand the gimmicks and the logic and the lies of those corrupt politicians who have continually, for years, for decades, destroyed Nigeria. I don't see why you guys to believe them, especially like Erufai, especially like Atiku Abubakar, especially like Kwankwaso. Why would you still believe those guys? This is what is getting me confused. So, like I said, what we need to consolidate on now is how to defend our votes. How to defend our vote in all the local governments in Nigeria. Now, let me also remind you, reminder that 2023 election was rigged because the area they were able to rig the election were the areas where Labour Party were not able to defend their vote. There was nobody on ground to defend their vote. For example, in Lagos, with all the violence they carried out, with all the manipulation, with all the threats, they were still not able to capture Lagos. Do you think Tinubu would have not wanted to capture Lagos? He tried all he could. He could not capture Lagos. Yet Obi still win Lagos because of the resistance, because of the votes were defended. So also the states that Obi got those number of votes that they allocated to him. Because there were strong people from the polling unit to defend the vote. That was why Obi still got those numbers. If Obi had, Labour Party had people in all over the polling unit in Nigeria, that election would be very difficult for them to read. Believe you me. Believe you me. Even if the server was switched off. Because, like I keep saying, whether you believe it or not, they saw that the result were tripping in. The result were coming in. They were coming in. So they saw that Obi was leading. They switched off the server. And before they switched off the server, most of the locations that were kind of guided, the vote were guided, defended. They could not manipulate those figures. That was when they began to think of how to manipulate. So they now used their own strategy to say, okay, since these most of the areas, where Labour Party has no soldiers, soldiers, food soldiers to defend their vote, let's add, reduce Obi's figures in those areas and our figures. That was what happened. It's not because they switched off the server. It's because the Obidient could not, defend their vote all over the federation. So what we need to consolidate on now is defending our vote, not this nonsense coalition. Coalition is a waste of time. Coalition is a tactics to delay Obi. Coalition is just to distract the Obidient. That is the game. This is what I want all of us to understand. So, like I said, we should begin to build up right now, organize ourselves, discuss with ourselves, how do we defend our vote? Like I said, as we run up to 2027 general election, I'll be dropping videos here to educate many of us. So if you've not subscribed to this channel, subscribe. If you have families, friends that are not, that don't know what to do, how to defend our vote, tell them to subscribe to our channel. We begin to drop, strategies, how we work together to defend our vote. Spread the news. What we need to do is to defend our vote, not coalition. Because like I said, the fact is there that Obi won the 2023 general election. And if election is conducted today, Obi is going to win. So why going for coalition? Why not consolidate on the effort that if we had gotten some people or some soldiers, grand soldiers to defend our vote, they would not be able to rig the election, even if the server was switched off. So this is what we should be consolidating on right now. And again, we also learned that Obi is moving, like I said, he's going to the corner now to let them know that it's not who they told them he is. They are believing him. They are buying into his ideas. Obi is going into the core north. That is a very good work, and Obi is gathering, the young people in the north. He's spreading the message, and they are buying the message. So why are we waiting time for coalition? While Obi is going to the core north, like I said, as an individual, you that wants Nigeria to work again, do whatever you can do, the least you can do in your locality. I gave an example in my last video, my last video, I said, in the 2023 general election, I was not on ground, but I mobilized people with my resources to make sure the polling unit was delivered, my locality was delivered for Obi. This is what I want every one of us to do. Even if you are not there, your resources should speak. This time we need to spend money, we need to have our resources, we need to come, we don't need to wait for Obi or anybody to tell us to, gather ourselves. We should bring out whatever we can, physically, financially, morally. If you have, your whatever you can use in terms of social media, use your page to campaign, to speak to people, to educate people what to do. Let's come together and work together so that we can able to harness our strategies to defeat these criminals. Like I said, coalition is not the way. Coalition is not the way at all. Like I said, if you have not subscribed to our video, kindly subscribe to our channel, like our video, share our video, distribute it to people that have not yet known our channel. Tell them to subscribe to us, because as we run up to 2027 general election, we begin to bring out strategies, ways we can come together to defend our vote. That is the way to go, defending our vote. Since it has been established that Obi, if election is conducted today, is going to win. So our main work now, what we're supposed to be planning on how to do, is how to defend our vote, not joining any nonsense coalition. I believe I have made some point here. So share your thought as usual. Let's begin to discuss on the way forward. Don't just watch and pass. Watch, like, subscribe, share your thoughts. Let us begin to rub our mind. This channel is for us to discuss. This thing is very easy for us to do if we mean to do it. I mean to make this criminal out of power. It's very easy. You are seeing it as difficult. It's not difficult. We are making it as if it's not difficult. Be part of it. Don't sit on the fence and look and say, no. I mean, they should do it. No, it belongs, all of us should come together and see how we can make Nigeria work, how we can elect a leader that will bring us out of this quagmire we are in Nigeria. Like I said, I believe I said some point here.
Dear Mr. Peter Obi, I bring you glad tidings. This message is directed to you particularly. The other day I made a video that I directed also to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, but this one is for you. You see, in 2023, it was a good idea to have us campaign and vote for a candidate that we felt was a bit different from what we have regularly amongst our politicians or those in the pack. It was a good idea. We were naive, we wanted to have a nation to ourselves, and they went all out, campaign with our resources, our time, our energy, risk it all, and went on to even vote, risking against all forms of walls that was put against us. And then we succeeded at some point until what happened. But you see, in 2027, it's not going to be business as usual. And I'm doing this video particularly to you. If you are not ready for us to take over this government, challenge it, and get your way into the office of president of this country in 2027, then let us know. Because in 2027, it is not going to be just a good idea. Nobody, I don't know about others, but I tell you personally, I will not campaign just for a good idea. I will campaign for somebody who is ready to bear the cat. I will not just campaign and vote for somebody who you say you are going to vote your conscience and, like it is said, waste your vote. I don't mind. No, I mind. In 2027, there must be, because as I talk to you now, sir, I don't know, you may not be speaking with me directly. I don't have any form of relationship with you. But I tell you, I've asked a few persons and then I don't have answers. What specifically is the game plan that is different from what happened in 2023 for us to achieve what we want to achieve in 2027? What is the strategy, sir? What is the strategy? Because it seems like you've been very distant from the conversations of electoral reforms. It gives me some level of respite to feeling like you know that you can get into power without fixing INEC or the electoral system. If that is the case, then good one for you, sir. And I would like to know what exactly is the plan. As it stands just now, 40% of the persons that voted for you in 2023 may not be voting for you anymore because they would have felt you disappointed them by not being able to defend their vote, which of course primarily may not be your fault. And then the remaining 60%, you are likely on a downward slope, right, of losing up to about 50% if care is not taken before 2027, if there are no tangible efforts to showing real strategy, practical strategy of how you are going to defend the vote in 2027. So let us summarize it. You are likely not going to have the number of votes you had in 2023 and 2027, not because there is anything that has been used to expose your brand or person, not because the opposition have been able to succeed in maligning your personality or your electoral value, but because they do not trust our electoral and waste their time to vote. And that is something you need to fix. Guess who is enjoying the largest, the benefit of voter apathy and lack of trust in the electoral system? The ruling party. Mr. Peter Obi. 2027 will not be the same as 2023. You cried just the way I cried. The video is still there. I don't know why you cried. I can guess. But I cried because I thought we were just there. Almost, they were very close. You may have cried because you were overwhelmed and you didn't expect Nigerians to come on all out for you. But 2027, nobody's crying. Some of us are risking too much. My brand and name has been flagged. I am scared to get back to Nigeria just the way I've also now been warned not to come to Edo State, my state. Any further efforts to campaigning for 2027 has to be done with precision. We must be ready to go all out. It is said in relationships that a man has got two options in every relationship. He either stands up and becomes the man she wants, or he sits so that she sees the man behind. Peter Obi, you are either standing up to become the man Nigeria wants, or you see so that Nigerians will see the man behind you. We are tired of risking it all and waiting in vain. 2027, it is either I am campaigning with a purpose of getting Tinubu out of office, or I am not doing at all. I'm tired though. Because every single day, every single video, every extra effort is putting me and a few others at risk. And I'm seeing that you stayed away again from the conversation for electoral reforms. Obviously, you have your plan. Please, let that plan be intact. If as it stands today, you are not sure, your team and you and your team or whoever, you have not sat down to outline strategies that will be different. We are not in Bangladesh, we are not in China. All of those beautiful dreams that you want to achieve for Nigeria must be done first through an electoral process. And we must win an election. Peter Obi, are you ready to win 2027 election, or we should chill? I don't want to vote any idea or say it is a good idea. It's beautiful to campaign for you. I'm proud. Cross my leg all through and people throw tantrums and propaganda. Then it just solves itself. Your personality just solves. But you see, this is Nigeria. And the man we are going to be facing in 2027 is consolidating on his strength, on his institutional criminality, on the fraudulent elections that is being